unlike Cowdrey's stroke, but it's going to be 4 runs.
Cowdrey facing Gibbs, who's gone round the wicket. Nurse has moved to slip. And he's going to run that one too. It's cheeky. And he's home. If he hit the stump, he'd have been out. As Carew comes in, burning to Cowdrey. Chopping that down to third man. Butcher there, 1 run. 85 needed in an hour. At the present over rate, just over 4 runs and over needed. Gibbs to Boycott on 49. That's his 50. Sobers fielding by the square leg umpire. Polite applause only, perhaps the crowd haven't quite noticed 50. Here he comes. Boycott raises an arm and says thank you. .80 runs needed as Cowdrey faces Gibbs. And he's hit that hard and high, and it's going down the long on boundary. And it's 4 runs, well clear of all the fielders. The sort of stroke one's often wanted to see Cowdrey play. It's taken him to his 50. He doesn't so often play that one off, Gibbs. Fine stroke. He's 50 now, both batsmen on 50. 55 minutes left for play. England score 140 for 1, chasing a target of 215, which means they need 75 in 55 minutes.
Sobers to Cowdrey. That's wide down the leg side. He's coming for 4 byes. That's as good as the boundary. 4 byes. England needing 55 runs for victory in just 40 minutes. Sobers comes in. Bows to Cowdrey. And he's played that one down to fine leg. And it's 4 more runs. 4 more runs to Cowdrey. 51 now needed. 40 minutes. Sobers in, bows to Cowdrey, and he's hit that through, and it's 4 runs. Cowdrey's got 4 runs through the covers, a lovely stroke. So England now need 47 runs for victory. Gibbs to Cowdrey. He's hit that in the air. 4 runs to Cowdrey. Magnificent stroke over mid-on. Gibbs comes in, bows to Cowdrey, and he's hit that high, and he's going to be out. Caught by square leg by Garfield Sobers about halfway back to the boundary. That's the end of Colin Cowdrey's magnificent innings. Caught Sobers, bowled Gibbs for 71. Sobers to Boycott. He's hit that to mid-wicket. Going down. I don't think Lloyd will catch it. No, 4 runs to Boycott to mid-wicket. Gibbs comes in, bows to Graveney. He's bowling. He's yorked him. Graveney hit over the top there, was yorked by Gibbs. England 182 then for 3, needing 33 runs for victory. Gibbs comes in, bows to Boycott. And he's hit that high, and he's gone for 4 runs. 4 runs to the mid-wicket boundary. Beautifully placed shot and perfectly timed. 19 now for victory. Gibbs comes in, bows to Boycott, and he's cut that one down. It's 4 more runs. He's late cut that for 4. 15 runs then now England need for victory in even time, in over even time. England still need 9 runs for victory. Gibbs comes in, bows to D'Oliveira, and he's inside edge, and it's gone down to fine leg, and they're going to take 2 runs. 2 runs. That must have been mighty close to the stumps. Bows to D'Oliveira, and he's hit that off the back foot, and they've got 1 run though. Beautifully saved, a diving save by Lloyd at cover. What excitement here. Sobers bowls to D'Oliveira, and they're going for 1. He's just going to get in, yes. The long conflab here between Sobers and Gibbs, a tremendously long one, and this is really obvious time wasting. Even the West Indian crowd themselves are showing their disapproval at this, and it could well be that this is the last over of the day, of the match, as Gibbs comes in, bows to Boycott. They're taking 1 run. 3 runs needed now for victory. Gibbs comes in, bows to D'Oliveira. And he's hit that to mid-wicket. They've taken one, and they're taking another one. 2 runs. This is a tie. England now 1 run they need for victory. Three balls to go. Perhaps another over, but definitely 3 balls to go from Gibbs. England leading 1 run for victory. Gibbs comes in, bows to D'Oliveira, and he's played around the corner, and they're taking it. England have won. England have won a memorable victory. A wonderful victory by 7 wickets, with probably 2 balls to go.
The Guyana Test was an exciting affair with some doubt at the end about whether or not there should have been another over bowled. Alan Knott played a wonderful fighting innings of 73 not out to hold the West Indians at bay. England finished 9 for 206 and won the series. In 1968, Australia toured England, winning a very low-scoring first Test match at Old Trafford by 159 runs, with the spinners doing much of the damage. The second Test was drawn at Lord's, but here's a glimpse now of the late Colin Milburn. No one, in my mind, has ever hit the ball harder than the burly right-hander, whose career was so tragically cut short when he lost an eye in a car accident. And that is 6 runs. It's a nice time to join us, with Milburn opening his shoulders and hitting it not just over the fence, but over the second lot of crowd and up onto the second tier of the grandstand.
Milburn then 7 fours and a glorious 6 this morning. And he's hooked that one for 4 runs down to the mound. A bouncer. Went like an absolute bullet. What a great sight this is, and how the crowd are absolutely loving this. This is what we want to see, isn't it? This is how cricket should be played, Peter.
My word, yes, and Boycott was moved to applaud that very warmly indeed. 72 he's made. It's 128 for 1. Got up a bit. Well played, Milburn. Kept it down well, came off the glove. Milburn has a bad hand. It's bandaged at the moment. It was bandaged last night after close of play. 1 down. So Graham Mackenzie, who had Edrich out with that vicious delivery yesterday morning.
Oh, I say, like a pistol crack. Tremendous shot again.
This boy. And that's high up there, but he's
going to be
out.
Caught by Walters.
High up on the bat, and a bad ball. Not a good ball. He didn't quite time that one. Caught a deep mid-wicket by Doug Walters. And so, rather tragically, Ollie Milburn did not get his 100. The Australians giving him a warm reception, and this is the end of a very great innings.
Colin Cowdrey was a fine slip fielder. It was in this game he broke Wally Hammond's Test record of 110 catches.
Oh, my God, he's caught him! Caught him in the slips. A magnificent catch by Colin Cowdrey. What a magnificent catch. That's 2 of the best catches I've seen for a very long time. And that, in fact, is Cowdrey's equaling the number of catches taken by Wally Hammond. He's now taken 110 catches in Test cricket, and what a catch to equal that record with. Oh, he's caught! Now, that is a very significant wicket. Cowdrey now has held more Test catches than any other Test player. Colin Cowdrey has beaten Walter Hammond's record of 110 catches, and he's got now 111 and has held more catches than anybody. Cowdrey's caught him. Cowdrey's caught his 3rd catch of the innings. Australia are all out for 78, and this means that Cowdrey can ask them to follow on. They were 74 short of the 152.
The Headingley Test, which was drawn, was remarkable for the fact that neither captain was able to play. The teams instead were led by Barry Jarman and Tom Graveney, And then there came the final test at the Oval, which seemed most likely to end in a draw, with the rain absolutely teeming down. When it stopped, there was the astonishing sight of the spectators drying the ground after an appeal from the England captain. The players went back on the field, and we join play now with Basil D'Oliveira, the bowler.
I think Colin Cowdrey has tried every possible permutation of the bowlers in the last 35 minutes, and the wicket has proven to be the winner.
He's out. Well, there we are. There's the first wicket. D'Oliveira has got it. An involuntary sort of shot from Jarman. Seemed to me he was withdrawing his bat too late.
110, that doesn't matter. 6 down, another victim for Alan Knott in this match. 4 to get. Now Underwood at this end. To bowl to Mallet. Who batted for 3 hours in the first Australian innings.
He's out. Caught by Brown. And that one lifted. Brown delighted. Not a difficult catch. So Mallet is out. Second ball. 3 to get.
So 1 ball to go in this over. Ten men round the bat. Doesn't matter about the 4s or 6s, runs don't matter at all.
Ooh, he's out. Is he caught? Look at Brown. Look at Dave Brown. He's gone. And that was a better catch. More difficult because he had to go right low for it. Oh, what a day is Dave Brown having. And Underwood too.
Eight down and 5 of them to Derek Underwood. 5 for 44 at the end of that over. 28 overs and 17 maidens.
14 minutes to go and 2 wickets to fall. Underwood to Gleeson.
Coming in round the wicket this time, Underwood. And he got him, bowled him, off stump, knocked out of the ground. And Australia are 120 for 9 with just 1 wicket to go. Inverarity has been there for 4 hours, 10 minutes. A superb innings for this country. Appeal, he's out! He's out, WW! England have won, and the series is drawn. There's Colin Cowdrey, the happiest man on the field.
Not least of the interesting events of that 1968 summer was Garfield Sober's hitting of 6 sixes from 1 over. The bowler was Malcolm Nash of Glamorgan.
And that he's got to pick that. That was the right distance. He's hit that out of the ground. Way up many a mile. Past the pylon there. Over into the road to the old cricketers. Smiling all over his face. The ball's been returned. 36. 46 now to Sobers. And he's been at the wicket how long, Bill Edwards? 30 minutes, so a faster century than his already fastest is on. That's another one. Goodness gracious me, that peppered the top. You see the chap climbing up there to have a look over the wall. That peppered another hotel on the other side of St Helens. A magnificent shot, picked it on the up. More than to do with a few fielders stuck on the top of that wall over there. Some 7-footers, 52. He's got his 50 now. In how many minutes that, Bill Edwards? 20, how many? 29 minutes. 29 minutes. 52 in 29 minutes. That's another one up in the enclosure. The last person we saw hit like this was Margie Jahangir in that wonderful knock against Glamorgan a year ago. 3 sixes in this over. How many balls have you bowled? 3 balls, 3 sixes, 58. What a incredible bit of hitting. Ooh, he's got the shorter one. It's up again. There it is, bouncing on the concrete. 4 sixes in 4 balls. We've had some very good hitting, a very good 140 by Bolus. But this makes him 64. 4 sixes. Wonder where Nash is going to bowl this one. And that will just carry. No, he's going to be out. Caught out. Oh, he dropped it. He's over the boundary. Now, where's my glasses? Somebody pinched my glasses. Let's have a look. Roger Davis. He's not allowed to go over that boundary line with the ball in his hands. He has to stay this side of it. And they're clarifying the position. The crowd are sticking their hands up for a 6. They want Sobers to remain. This is the most chaotic situation for a cricket field. Conference now between the umpires. This is really one of the bits of drama that will be worth looking at again sometime. And if there's any doubt, Sobers remains, in my view. Now the players are joining in. 6 it is! 4 on the trot. Sobers. 5 on the trot. 5 on the trot. Oh, this is incredible. Now, this is 6 on the trot's a world record. It's been done before, but 70 on the board. And he's done it! He's done it! And my goodness, it's gone way down to Swansea.
At least Malcolm had the consolation of knowing there are many other bowlers who have felt the lash of Sobers' bat over the years. And I guess, after all, it did achieve for Malcolm Nash lasting fame. In 1968-69, England toured Pakistan with the final test abandoned because of writing. Colin Milburn made 139. It was to be his last test innings. Because of injury to Colin Cowdrey, Ray Illingworth took over the England captaincy and made 100 in the second test at Lord's.
There's his 50. Ray Illingworth has completed his 50. And I would imagine this is the fastest 50 of the 6 that have been played or scored in this test match.
Holder from the pavilion end now, bowling to Illingworth. Illingworth is 56. He struck that one well. Very well indeed. 4 runs. That's his 5th 4. Takes him up into the 60s. Highest test score by 10. Holder to Illingworth. And he's hit that one away for 4 too. I think it'll get there. Yes. Maurice Foster, the fielder, substitute for Sobers. No shine on the ball now. This is the 52nd over with the new ball. And he's hit that one well down to the mound stands, game for 4. That's his 7th 4. Got hold of that one well. And for the top scorer with 107. And he's hit that one again for 4. Down to mid-wicket. Loose over this from Shepherd. Illingworth goes to 84.
Great shot. Down the track to Gibbs and smashing it away between extra cover and mid-off. His 10th boundary in this innings, and he moves now on to 94.
Fine shot there by Ray Illingworth.
3:18 for 9, and time for just one more over, I should think.
6 runs short of 100. The question is, if this is to be the last over, is he going to make an all-out effort to complete 100?
It's a fine stroke. Snow looking for 2, and he'll take it, giving Illingworth the strike. It's a good throw, but not good enough. 96 now to Illingworth, and looking for his 100 in this last over of the day. Illingworth had to wait until the Monday morning when he resumed at 97 not out before he was able to bring up the three figures. That match was drawn, so England went to Headingley 1 up, and in a low-scoring, I can assure you, extremely exciting match, they triumphed by 30 runs. Captaincy and the bowling of Derek Underwood had a great deal to do with the win.
And asking and given, just touching the glove rather than the bat, and it's the fourth wicket down. West Indies 219 for 4. Caught not. Bowled Underwood, the second delivery that Underwood has turned appreciably in the last 20 minutes. And Butcher out from 91. And that makes things interesting, Dennis.
Yes, it certainly does. I must say it was a very, very good ball from Derek Underwood. He flighted it. He got Basil Butcher out there a little soon, and the ball turn hit, deflected off the glove. 84 then needed for victory. And here comes the West Indies captain, Gary Sobers.
Oh, bowled him! Played on, in fact. And Sobers looking most disconsolate, and Knight has him again. And that is the wicket England so desperately needed. 224 for 5. A very casual, loose-looking stroke, the inside edge, and onto the stumps.
Great test of temperament, this on both sides. England suddenly back in the game with a real chance. 2 wickets falling for 9 runs.
Got him! Yes, put behind Alan Knott. And look at the jubilation from the England side. And what a turnabout. 219 for 3, 224 for 5, 228 for 6.
West Indies are back on the defensive. It's almost a case for Underwood slowing down his pace a little bit, giving the ball a bit more air, looking for this little bit of extra turn. I don't think he's going to be hit into the outfield by John Shepherd.
And it's the 7th wicket down. Shepherd looking most surprised.
And the West Indies now need a further 52, still with 3 wickets in hand. Shillingford and Gibbs, the batsmen, to come in.
David Brown from the far end. Hold of the batsman. Hands apart on the bat, very low grip.
Phil Sharp. It's the wicket England wanted. 8 wickets down, and David Brown, the man to gain the breakthrough here. Holder caught Sharp, bowled Brown for 13. Oh, what a good catch. Yes, fine catch there by Alan Knott. The 9th wicket down. David Brown concentrating on the off stump there for Lance Gibbs. 9 for 255. 272, 31 needed for victory. Perry Knight, the bowler. That's out. And it's the win in the series for England, 2-0. Having won the first and the third test match. The win today in the third by 30 runs.
In the second half of the season, England played a 3-match series against New Zealand and won 2-0. And it was the start of a wonderful era for English cricket, with Illingworth one of the outstanding leaders the game has seen. A marvellous time in cricket, absolutely marvellous, the 1960s. But let's have a look back now at the match which ushered in all that good cricket. It was the tied test in Brisbane at the Gabba, played from December 9 to 14, 1960. Not only was it at that time a unique result, but the cricket played throughout the match was quite outstanding.
Valentine to Mackay. Shovelled away for 2 more. These two, Mackay and Davidson, put on 35. Now Ramadin. And Mackay is bowled for 28. Australia 92 for 6. Victory seems a long, long way away. 141 runs still to be got. Benno next, his first ball, and a catch, is it? No, it's not. Skipper quickly settles down. A fine stand develops with Davidson that really swings the game. They're out to get the runs. There's no thought of putting up the shutters. This Australian pair won't be contained. They take every chance that's going. They miss nothing between the wickets. 118 runs they've made now, match-winning runs they seem. and 23 only are needed as Hall comes in with the new ball on his final fling. And it's 1 run to left-hander Davidson. Davidson facing Hall, and it's all odds now on a famous Australian victory. Hooked for 4 handsome runs, 18 runs wanted. Sobers to Benno. And a splendid on-drive for 4 more. The target, 10, just 10. And time enough, 15 minutes left. Surely Australia are going to win now. Another over from Wes Hall. A